Welcome back. In the previous video, we created an example that sends flattened invoices to Apache Kafka. However, these flattened invoices are coming as AVRO serialized data. In this video, I want to create a new example that reads those AVRO formatted Kafka records and does some meaningful things. So let's start. Let me quickly define the problem statement. In another example, we tried to compute the customer's earned rewards and send a notification message. The notification message looked like this. However, we have a small problem with this notification. This message shows the purchase amount and the loyalty points for the current invoice only. However, you have a new requirement to notify the customer with the totals. I mean, the total purchases and the total rewards which the customer has accumulated. So, basically we want to produce a notification record to Kafka topic that looks like this. Let's do it. Here is my brand new example project. I'm creating a Spark session and also reading data from the Kafka topic. Up to this point, you already learned everything. The Kafka source DF is the raw data frame which comes with key and value columns, right? Now I need to extract the value and create a usable data frame. Let's do it. We will start with the Kafka source DF and use the select method. I'll select the value column, right? However, this column is coming in AVRO format. But that's not a problem. I can use the from AVRO function. The from AVRO function takes the value and schema. Then I can give it an alias. That's what we did in the JSON format messages, right? The same applies to the AVRO messages also. However, we have a small gotcha here. When we extracted JSON or CSV messages, we used Spark data frame schema. Remember? Let me show you the earlier example. Here it is. We created a schema using the Spark syntax and used it to deserialize a JSON string, right? However, you cannot use a data frame schema to deserialize an AVRO record. The schema here is an AVRO format schema string. Let me show you. Here it is. I created this AVRO schema and kept it in a separate file. This schema is defined using the AVRO schema definition language. Things are simple, but you need some additional knowledge to understand and create a schema definition when dealing with AVRO records. Now, I can load the schema string from the file and apply it here. Let me do it. That's all. This code will load the AVRO schema definition from the file and I can apply it here. That's all. Rest all is just a Spark data frame transformation. Let me paste the code. So, I am filtering for prime customers. Then, I'll group by the customer card number. And then, take a sum for the sale value and rewards point. Now the rewards DF is ready to go. But I want to send it to Kafka. So I'm again transforming it to a key value data frame. You already learned all this. Finally, I'm sending it to Kafka. That's all. Do you want to run it? We cannot run this example alone. This Kafka AVRO source demo example is the second part of the Kafka AVRO sync demo example. The Kafka AVRO sync demo creates the AVRO records in a Kafka topic. Then the Kafka AVRO source demo reads the same topic and produces the notification record. So, you should run the sync demo first and then run the source demo. I'll leave it on you to try running it yourself. Great. So we learned to read AVRO records from Kafka. The process is exactly the same as you would read a JSON record. However, you have two new things to take care of. You should include a Spark AVRO package to your application dependency. When you want to deserialize the AVRO message, you will need AVRO schema string. The JSON records can be deserialized using a Spark schema, but the AVRO records would need the AVRO schema. That's all. See you again. Keep learning and keep growing.